Hello, my friend Terry Petrovic here. A question for you. How are you doing? Is this time of shelter in place and quarantine uh, making you more productive, or are you just kicking back? Are you coming from a place of fear and doom and gloom about what's going on right now and what's lying ahead for you, or are you coming from a place of faith, productivity, anticipation, and abundance? If you know anything about me, I am a personal development junkie. I'm also a nutrition junkie too. So cutting edge nutrition, I absolutely love, but I absolutely love helping myself uh, to become a better version of myself so I can serve my community. And my community are people who want to be a better version of themselves, who want to live happy, stay young, and pass that on and inspire other people. Well, I've been going through this book. It's called Outwitting the Devil. It was written in 1938. If you've ever read Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich, kind of a catchy title, Think and Grow Rich, that is one of the best business books on the planet. Now, Napoleon Hill wrote this book 1 year after he wrote Think and Grow Rich. And this book did not get published until 72 years later. Why? Well, the title, The Devil, scares people. And I'll tell you, spoiler alert, what he's really talking about here is the fears that we have in our mind. And he actually interviews the devil, or does he? You can decide. And he talks about how the devil actually controls 98% of the people in the world. And it's those 2% of the people who are free thinkers, those 2% of the people who have faith, who have power, who know potential. But I want to share a couple of things in here because it is crazy in terms of the timing, in terms of what he wrote in 1938, and how it applies really today. So one of the things he talks about here, and I'm looking on page 61, he's talking about fear, and he actually interviews the devil, and the devil requires that he refer to him as your majesty, which is kind of freaky. I mean, kind of like set me back when I first read that for the first time. But I am not a person who reads easily, so it was very reading in general is hard for me. But I went through this book the first time just like that because I was just fascinated by everything in it. But let me just share something that he wrote here. The question that Napoleon Hill asked the devil, he said, "Go ahead and describe your clever tricks, your majesty." And the devil responded with, "One of my cleverest devices for the mind control is fear. I plant a seed of fear in the minds of people, and these seeds grow and germinate throughout their use, and I control the space that they occupy. And there are six, listen to this, there are six most effective fears, and they are the fear of poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death." Now, here we are in 2020 with this COVID-19 pandemic. What are people concerned about? They're concerned about ill health. They're concerned about death. They're concerned about their finances, poverty. It is so real world today. Um, Sharon Lecter is the one who edited and annotated this book, and she's actually doing a live mastermind right now. And we just went through the first three chapters yesterday. Next week we'll be going through the chapters 4, 5, and 6. It's going to be I think 4 sessions to go through all 12 chapters of the book. But I want you to really think about, what is your legacy? What are you doing right now today to become a better version of yourself? What are you doing right now today to really better the world, to better you, to better your family? Are you watching the news? And if you are, that's kind of like a major energy drain because there's nothing but doom and gloom. I had an interesting conversation with my buddy Matt yesterday, and he said it's so depressing. Every time you turn on the news at night, it's just negative, 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 negative. And I'm like, Matt, there's an easy solution to that problem. don't watch the news. And that's what I would suggest to you is don't watch the news. So a question I have for you is, what are you doing to stay positive? Let me know that below. What are you doing to create a vision for yourself to really help other people? You know, Napoleon Hill in this book talks about his personal success equation, and that equation is passion plus talents. So think about what are your passions, what are your talents, times your associations, the people that you associate with. Do the people you associate lift you up or do they drag you down? Times action. So it's passion plus talent times association times action plus the most important part, which is faith. Unfortunately, most people don't accomplish what they want because that last addition is not faith, but it's fear. So I just want to encourage you to get the book Outwitting the Devil. It's fascinating. Get the Audible. The Audible is really good if you want to just listen to it while you're exercising or, you know, doing chores around the house or whatever. Work on yourself. Work to lift other people up. And I can promise you when you do this and you associate yourself with people who do this, that's where fulfillment comes. That's where joy comes in. That's really where happiness comes in. We are in a very, very unique time, but Napoleon Hill wrote about it in 1938. And Think and Grow Rich was written right after the Great Depression. And one of the interesting things that he talks about, and I'll just end with this, is that when you are maxed out, when you are hitting rock bottom, that's when your other self, maybe that's your subconscious mind, takes over and comes up with creative solutions. So I'd love to hear what creative solutions you're implementing right now. If you're struggling and you need some support, reach out to me. I'd love to be able to support you and help you and encourage you. I got to tell you, I've never been more excited about my businesses, my life, and where I'm going, and the legacy that I'm creating. My name's Terry Petrovic. Until next time, remember this, my friend, you have a choice. Happiness is a choice. Fear is a choice. Make it a better than terrific day. Until next time, bye-bye for now.